guys, it's me, Kate again. So this video is all about the weirdest stuff that I watched this year. Being that TV shows, movies, cartoons, anime, anything that I watched. So first, disclaimer, this is only including stuff that I haven't rewatched. So even though, for example, the Young Sheldon, some parts are weird to me, because I was born in 2004, second of all, I don't live in US. So for me, it would be weird. So stuff like that don't, because I rewatched it, don't get the, aren't part of this video. Also this is only just things that I recorded, so that I watched, because sometimes I would watch, for example, part of a movie or part of episode of the TV show, and then I wouldn't record that because there was no point. So first we have Wednesday. Okay, it's a good show. It's a good show compared to our mother. It's not the best out there, but it's weird. Especially because I haven't watched or read any Addams Family media before this, so I was completely clueless when it comes to like lore and characters. But of course, with internet, like, I knew that there were multiple members. One was a daughter, one was mother, and stuff like that. But Wednesday was the TV show was just too weird. I actually watched it twice, once on my own and once with my mom. I literally had free trial of Netflix just for that. I ended up canceling the subscription after 1 or 2 months, so after the free trial ended, because I didn't use it, and generally I didn't find anything more interesting thing to watch there. So Wednesday, probably one of the weirdest things that I watched. Then we have Elite, which is Spanish TV show, also available on the Netflix. I'm not sure if where exactly. I know it's available here. It's basically, it starts with 3 characters coming to new school after their old one burned down, and they got scholarship to this elite private school. And in first season you're following one timeline, which is when they just get there, and one some soon after, like, I don't know how much, I don't remember how much after, where one of their colleagues, one of their classmates is murdered. And now you're flip-flopping between them trying to fit in the new school and the investigation of the death of their classmate. And and this is just weird. So that's just the plot of the first season. Each season is weirder than the last. Like, by the end of season 5, the guy, half the most of the original cast members are gone. And the plots are probably even more ridiculous than in the beginning. And at first I would say it's really kind of weird trying to figure out who is who to whom, because there's so many characters, and because you're flip-flopping between the timelines, it gets a little bit confusing. So then we have Fate Winx Saga, which is live action show based on cartoon Winx. Okay, so there were a lot of changes made, and someone who grew up with the original cartoon, I have to say that this is kind of disappointing in the sense they changed a lot of things. Weird because a lot of changes they made it so half of the characters didn't even exist, and the ones that did exist, their backstories or their parts of their story were changed. They were characters that were put in place of other characters, so it's kind of a hot mess of an adaptation. So Lady Watch will I really don't have anything to say about it. Then we have Sandman. So this live action adaptation of the comic book, I honestly, half the time I wasn't even sure what I was watching, mostly because apparently they adapted to volumes, I think, or 2 issues. Again, multiple parts of the story in the single season, which made it first half of the season and second half of the season felt disjointed, like they were 2 separate parts, but at least I enjoyed it. And then we have The Order, in which we are following this guy who comes to this university where they have the secret order of magic users, and another and not to spoil, but there might not be only secret society on campus. And the show is weird to hell, mostly because between first and second season there's this plot point that happens between the season, and it's kind of weird seeing like going from the first season to the second season like straight one after the other, because you just watched the first season, now something weird is happening, but because something happened, but that's because some of how the seasons were airing, some parts were some things happened between the seasons, so it's probably weird. It's really weird. I'm still not sure about half of the things that happened, and it's been like over half a year since then, so I literally went and googled stuff when I during watching and after watching, because I was definitely confused. Then we have Arcane. Again, not much to tell about it. I enjoyed it, but definitely first it took me time to get into story, then I didn't even finish the season, mostly because it felt so weird. I couldn't figure out who the characters were. Like, you would mention another character and I was like, who the hell is that? And when they showed them on screen, it would be like obvious who that was, but half of the time I was like, who the hell is that person they were referencing earlier? Second of all, I couldn't follow the story because it was just too weird for me. Then we have the Bureau of Magical Things. Here, following a girl who stumbles into a magical school, which is in the back of a bookstore. Again, really weird in the sense that it reminded me of stuff that I watched as a kid. Right, really, literally, that would be thing that I was interested in as a kid. So that's kind of really weird, and the show's like not that old, and it's really and the some plot points that came later on kind of were weird in the sense that I'm not sure how they connected it to the main story now when I'm a couple of months from there, because it's connected to a character we don't those plot points are connected to the character we never meet, because in the show they're dead already, so kind of all over the place. Then we have Lock and Key. Lock being the surname of the family, Key being the actual key. Again, it's a family surnamed Lock in a house which is full of keys. That's the premise of the show. Of course, there are some additional things, but that's weird. Like, at one point, they're literally, the kids of the family are sticking keys in the backs of their neck. And like, the older season is sticking the key in the back of the neck of her younger brother, being the situation, and that's the actual scene in the show. Yeah. Then we have Warrior Nun, which is, as it says about the Warrior Nun, so the girl who's an orphan died, and first scene in the show is her her body being brought in the morgue by a nun who worked in the orphanage, by a nurse working in the orphanage the girl was in, and the priest. Behind them come in a group of nuns fighting demons in full nun gear, so the headdress, the nun dress, the black one, the plain black one, everything. If one of the leader of the coven being injured and is close to dying, the leader has this special ring in her bag that's transferred from one nun to the other when the first one is dying, so the others can continue the legacy of the original nun, which was dead for who knows how long. And somehow our dead girl gets that ring instead of one of the nuns, and then she's brought in to the monastery with the other nuns, where they're training to fight, and stuff goes from there. It's weird, and the last weird thing on this list is Barbie movie. It's weird, okay. I don't know what to say about it other than it's weird. So that's it for this. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe. That's all for my social media, my email, and some other stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.